using your analytics or using feedback, pay attention to what's not going on. If this type of content did well and this type of content didn't do so well, understand that. On this episode, we're going to be looking at how to make your content more valuable. It can be time consuming having to create regular content over and over and over again, but what we're going to be looking at is how to make your content a lot more valuable, therefore the effort you're putting into creating the content lasts a very long time. And with that being said, my name is Stephen and I'm the director of SOS Creativity. Make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already, and don't forget to join the notification squad so that every time we create valuable content such as this one, you're one of the very first people to get notified. Saying that, the first thing we're going to look at to help your content be more valuable today is, number one, add visuals. Let me explain what I mean. So you've done a lot of work creating an amazing piece of content. You've written God knows how many paragraphs, very detailed, very valuable. By adding visuals to that content, it makes it way more valuable because we're visual, as human beings, we are quite visual. So for example, creating a very nice cover image for that content that you've written is going to entice people to want to read it. Creating or designing infographics around the content that you've written is going to entice people to want to read it even more. Therefore, by adding visuals, you make that content a lot more valuable than it already is. Second point, run it through social media. So for the most part, a blog post content will probably be on your website, but to make that piece of content more valuable, try running it through social media. Meaning, if you've got a following on social media, one of your tweets, one of your posts, one of your status, whatever that platform might be, should be the blog post content that you've written, because you're going to drive more traffic from social to that landing page, your website where the blog post has been written. It's going to make it a lot more valuable because a lot more people are going to see it. Unless you're already doing amazing search engine optimization for your website, the chances are not a lot of people are going to see that content. So by running it through social media, whether that be organic or even paid ads, you're going to get more value out of that piece of content that you've written. The third point is to earn a share or mention from influencer. Let me explain what I mean. So you've done amazing work creating valuable content. If you can do a little bit extra to get someone who's an influencer in your niche to talk about that content that you've written, or to share it on their platform, your content is going to explode because they're an influencer. They've already got a captivated audience, and if they can comment on the piece of content that you've written and they find value in it, imagine them posting that to their already captivated audience. That's how you're going to get a lot more value, because the people that are already following them, quite a significant amount of them are going to click through to read that content because they're an influencer. So that bit of extra work can go a long way in making your content a lot more valuable. The fourth point is to pay attention to your audience. Let me explain what I mean by this. So when you write content, you should write with the end user in mind, meaning what's valuable to the audience that you're writing for. Not what you think is valuable, but rather what they perceive as value. So if you put them in mind, every time you're writing a piece of content, you're writing in the language that they want to read, you're writing in the style that they enjoy reading, you're also writing relevant topic that they're going to get value from. This is definitely going to make your content very, very valuable. Similar to the last point, number 5 is pay attention to what's not going well. Meaning, especially at the start, you're going to be writing a bunch of different type of content. Using your analytics or using feedback, pay attention to what's not going on. If this type of content did well and this type of content didn't do so well, understand that. Find out a bit more. Why did this content not do well? Is it not a relevant topic for your audience, or what made that content not do well? Understanding what's not working well in your content will help you stay away from that section and write what's more valuable for your audience, which will make your content a lot more valuable. And finally, the last point is to create evergreen content. What is evergreen? So evergreen content is a piece of content that someone can read this year, get value from, Another person can read it next year, still get value from, the year after, and the year after, and the year after. The content is evergreen. So creating evergreen content is going to add a dramatic value to all the content that you're creating, because if you've done the work, put in the research, create this piece of content, over the long period of time, as your search engine optimization continues to progress, a lot more people are going to find that same content in the future. You've not had to create other piece of content, you've not had to do the work all over again for these new people to find it, but because the content's evergreen, it consistently provides value to everyone that reads it. And that's all I have for you today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to know which of these points you're currently utilizing, or which of them you think you might pick up and start adding to your content. If you have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to leave them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and make sure you join the notification squad. We create content every week such as this one to add value to you and your business. Till next week, bye for now.